You're live, Tash.
Live where? Good morning. Welcome to Natasha Makes. I am Natasha McCarthy of Natasha Makes. Not Natasha Bakes, as we're sometimes known as.
Definitely not.
Still haven't forgiven you, Gemma, for setting up a little Baking Wednesday group, just because I'm not generally here. So I don't take part. It's fine.
We love you. We just don't love your bakes.
No, it's fine. I'll have you know that Freddie, I might have picked up a roast duck rather than a roast chicken the other day.
Oh.
Yeah. On my local village shop, which is clearly Gloucester Services now.
Yeah.
They have rather fabulous butchers, and I thought I was picking up a whole roast chicken. Well, chicken to roast anyway. No. Turns out I'm quite blind. I didn't wear my glasses when I went into the shop, and I'd actually picked up a duck to roast.
You are impossible.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So I ended up doing... It's nothing new. I ended up doing roast duck for the kids one night in the week. And Freddie said that I should go on MasterChef.
Did he?
Yes, he
There's
did.
Nothing like Mummy's cooking, is there?
No, nothing quite like it at all, poor boy. So, welcome. We're not baking, we're making. That's absolutely fine. What are we making today? I hear you call. Actually, I don't hear that at all because, we're just in here. Actually, talking of hearing things, can you hear our heater?
Yes.
The plumber is on the way. He was meant to be here about 15 minutes ago. Clearly, he's not. But if you can hear the heater, I'm very sorry, but we're cold. Because the boiler, even John the man that can couldn't.
I'm looking.
He
I
came
can't see
in.
anyone complaining about the noise of the heater.
Okay.
If you can hear it, I can move it ever so slightly.
He came bowling in at 7 o'clock when I rang him and went, John, boiler's not working. And he went, I can fix that. And I went,
Can you though?
Can you?
Can you though?
Because we tried.
John the man that can't.
John the man that can't, yes.
Yeah.
But John the man that has rung the plumber and he happens to have the exact bit on his van and will be here imminently.
I do love it when they've got just the bit you need.
Just the bit.
Yeah.
Just the bit. Yeah.
We did try all the suggestions, and I watched YouTube tutorials, which makes me now a qualified plumber. And yet still, I couldn't fix the problem, which definitely makes me a qualified plumber.
Well, exactly. And neither could John the man that can.
No.
Can't.
And he can do these things. Like, he fixes them.
But not today.
No.
So, if we get a knock at the door, it's the plumber. And we'll stop everything.
There's somebody at the door. Do you remember that? Oh, I loved grot bags. My dad called my mum grot bags the entire time we were growing up.
Wow.
I know, they're still married. It's a miracle.
Wow.
I know. Yeah, we called her grot bags. It's bad, isn't it?
Wow.
It is bad. I went, actually, one Halloween as grot bags. And my mum, being too, should we say frugal, to buy face paint, got a piece of green chalk and dampened it several million times over and rubbed it really hard on my face.
No!
And I had bright pink lipstick and a little mole, so I was grot bags. There's somebody at the
door. There's somebody at the door.
Anyway,
however, there still is not anyone at the door. Yeah, we're hoping there'll be someone at the door.
Come on, Mr. Plumber, it's cold.
Right, what are we making today? We are making little gifts. So, I have been purloined by the PTA. I was able to say, in all fair conscience, I'm sorry, I'm already up for being a governor. I don't want to be treasurer. You see, that Spot the New Girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get her to do everything. Do you want to be treasurer of the PTA? No, I cannot think of anything worse.
No.
At all.
No,
do not make me do any of those things. I do not want to do it. We're having a crafty morning to make stuff for the Christmas fair. Do you want to come along?
And now they're getting you in the soft spots.
Yeah, right, the crafty spot. So obviously Emily has spent her 2 days off this week making badges and brooches and stuff. But I thought, what else can we make that is quick, inexpensive, and that I can do in lots of different options? So, everybody has cables, right?
They do. Many cables.
Do you have... No, Gemma, you're quite tidy.
Oh, well, I've got a tidy, as in like a,
Of course you have.
Little zip pouch and everything.
So for the rest of us...
But within the zip pouch,
are they
what you're going to make...
Oh, will that work?
Be useful.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to go overhead for you because you can imagine in my life with cats and dogs and children, there are a lot Not that like the dogs have like any kind of electrical devices of their own, but this is for my laptop, so that's now in the big one. That is my long one for my iPhone, and that is for, well, that actually does Freddie's robot and his tablet, which is great.
Nice.
It's a twofer.
Love a twofer.
I know, right? And this one does my earbuds. So all of those now beautifully. Actually, that one would have fitted in that one. I've done 3 different sizes for that because I suddenly realized, can you see, look, the dog chewed it. I had to fix it with a bit gaffer
Such a
tape.
minx. She's cute.
Stuff
though.
that in
she
there.
Gets away with all that stuff.
She does get away with all of it. All of it. These, look, I've got 2 different ways to make them. And we've got a deal on the PU today. We've got some amazing deals for you actually today.
We have.
So, as well as, look, how cute are these? I'm going to go closely, uppity. There we go, look. Look at that! William Morris fabric with a star. Are you kidding me? How gorgeous is that little snap?
Beautiful.
And then look, I did them in 3 different colourways there.
These are so handy, and they're perfect for teenagers as well. Because as we've said before, crikey, they're difficult to make for.
They're really difficult to make for, but everybody has cables. In fact,
Especially
I had
teenagers.
to grab these off certain people in my household to bring them today. Emily's got her eye on these ones, as you can imagine, with the little heart clips.
Yeah.
Didn't have the heart to tell her she doesn't have any electronic devices to do that with,
Oh, bless
but
her.
she was going to find some, and that's okay. What she did find, however, were the scrunchies. I had to wrangle this one off her. It's still got a bit of her hair in, if I'm honest. So, scrunchies. We have these in our household, and I am really fed up with Emily's hair being really knotted because of using these.
Yeah. They're not the kindest to your hair, are
No,
they?
but they're really cheap, and she loses them every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also, do you remember that lady from in one of the other units that took in some of our posts?
Yeah.
And she was her daughter was making scrunchies. She got really excited. She said, "Oh, what do you do with your scraps?" Because my daughter makes scrunchies for her kids. And I was like, well, that's a great idea, because any kind of ditzy, smaller pattern fabric is going to be great. I've done a pattern, scrunchies 3 ways.
You have.
So
Which is brilliant.
scrunchies 3 ways is going to use, if you've got some of these, because you can buy these really inexpensively from the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's your elastic already done. I'm going to show you how to use that. Or, if you want, we've got this by the metre. Is this like 99p for a metre?
Let me have a look.
Something like that, isn't it? And this is 1/4 inch, 6 mil, isn't it? No, 5 mil. 5 mil, 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch.
1/4
That
inch.
one.
That one. Braided
We
elastic.
didn't get into mils.
So you can, well, no, I know, but when I looked it up online to buy more,
Well done.
that
you.
was what it, well done me. It came up as 5 mil.
You know. Well done, Tash.
Well done me.
I think
So you can
looked
do
up
that.
online that you know in your head, so therefore you expect me to know in my head. It's one of those again, isn't it?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, 99p a metre. We've got that going.
99p a metre, there you go.
Can't go
So
wrong,
that's
can you?
also inexpensive. Now, so this is like the quick, super quick, easy way. This is like the cheat, easy, quick way. And then this is the one that's like the professional way. Posh way.
That
yeah.
way.
Honestly, I'd be doing one of these too. But if you want to faff about with this one, I'll show you how to faff about with that one. They're all in there. Look, all the options are there. It depends how posh you want to be, right? Should we say hello to everyone?
Oh, do.
Shall we?
I think it's polite, yeah.
Do you know what? I realised my son has shared with me his cold, which is nice.
I don't want it, thank you.
No, that's all right. I'm just going to
Okay,
sit over
good.
here with it. It's fine. It's fine.
I love you. There are many things I share with you.
But this ain't one.
But not that, no.
Karen says, morning. Sorry I'm late. Why do people ring at 10 a.m? Don't they know we have a date? You don't have to pick up. That's what I'm saying. You
Rude
don't
of
have
them,
to
not
pick up.
you.
That's why we have answer phones.
It's very true, you know.
Yep. Morning, Jimmy. Morning, Ali. Morning, Danny. Morning, Julia. Had our first frost of the season this morning. We had ours on Saturday morning. Morning, Helen. Chilly here in Norfolk. Yeah, I bet it is. Actually, it wasn't frosty when I left Cornwall this morning.
Was it not?
Nope. How about little pouches for earphones and earbuds? I'm getting there, Sylv. I'm getting there. I've got all sorts of stuff in the line, up my sleeve, coming along.
She's on to things.
Don't you worry about that. In fact, I've got some really sweet ones coming up. Morning, Claire. She's found you. Facebook being naughty again. Alison says,
That's
morning all. Lovely makes today. Do you know what? Scrunchies are one of those things that I've been meaning to make for ages. And I did quite a lot of research. There's quite a lot of ways to make them out there.
When you sent me the instructions through to create with 3 ways, I thought, what? It's like, oh, she's just, overhamming this. And then I... overhamming it, over everything it. And then I looked and went,
oh, very
she's quite
rude.
right, It's hamming it up or over egging, not
no,
over
I mean,
hamming's like...
ham and eggs. She's ham and egging it.
It's food.
Yeah.
Food again. It's only what?
Yeah.
10 past 10.
I know.
Come on.
I sent Freddie to the shop yesterday to get bacon sandwiches. Good morning, ladies. I have the prim pliers. Can you use the hemline snaps? Yes. Morning, Vicky. Morning, Claire again. Oh, I make a scrunchie from the hems of trousers. Oh, yes. There you go. I've got miles of elastic left from making millions of masks. Use it before it perishes. Oh, crikey.
It's very nice as well to do this using, if you shorten a frock and you've got a little bit of fabric. You
Well, that's
never
what she
shorten
does.
a frock because you're like, well, she said trousers, but like frocks
Oh,
and all
yeah.
sorts of things.
Mm.
If you're doing any alterations, keep the little bit. When my wedding dress was altered, they kept fabric and they wrapped it around my bouquet.
Oh, no.
Always use those bits you're chopping off
Absolutely.
to make a coordinating item.
Hey, Anna's been in Liberties this weekend. She might have bought some fabric.
Shush.
Now, did you see our Liberty scrap bags, by the way? Lucky
They are
Dip
going
Liberty
fast,
scrap bags.
Just saying.
I haven't got very many. I think when I looked this morning, there were only 6 left.
Yeah, I think there are fewer than that now.
So if you want those, do grab them. I suddenly realised my blue goes, sort of. So I'm just going to
Oh, very good. Well done,
scrunching
you.
myself up. I did actually do my hair this morning.
Oh.
And then I stepped outside the house.
Oh.
And it was Cornwall and absolutely biblical. So that was the end of that. Don't know why I bothered. Morning, Wendy. She's nipping out for a dog walk. Good luck. It's biblical here. Morning, Susie. She says, hope your cold lasts less time than mine. Week 5 of sinusitis.
Shush. Oh, bless
no.
you.
Oh, bless you. That's horrible.
Horrible with a capital R.
Morning. If I vanish, I'm probably committing colleague homicide. Oh, good, Vicky. Another great day at work. Fabulous. Enjoy that. Morning, Anne. Beautiful in Cumbria. Need to make loads of these to fill the wall hangers I made for Christmas. That's the thing, isn't it? That is the thing. Mm-hmm. So, I've got a couple of things for you. We have been bagging up scraps because these are all the perfect scrapped base projects. So you can get our 500 gram scrap bags. I've even put a discount on that because, it's that Black Friday thing, isn't it? So they should have been $12.99. They are now $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Which is insane.
It is, given how much you get in there. Also, because this is a 20-inch strip, which means that out of a long quarter, you'll get 2 out of one little tiny strip.
Oh, well, that's insane.
Yeah. If you're doing kid sizes, because I put kid sizes in there as well, you would get, out of a long quarter, 1, 2, 3, 8.
And we say kid sizes, but my mum's got very fine hair. Very, very fine hair. That'd be the one. She wants a subtle scrunchie.
We say kids, but then also Captain Small has all the hair.
Yeah, exactly.
She probably has your mum's quota as well.
Yes.
She's certainly got my hair quota.
She has, yeah.
She has all the hair in all the world. Mm-hmm. So basically big or small is what we're looking at there.
Big or small? Big
or small. So both sizes, 3 ways. Gosh, there's a lot, isn't it? But the long quarter bundles now. A long quarter is the same amount of fabric as a fat quarter, right? What would you expect to pay for a designer fat quarter?
More than you'd pay for half metre because it's got to be shenanigated with.
So normally a half metre is what, $7.95 for designer fabric, around there or thereabouts. So you would be paying nearly, about £4, right?
Yeah.
What if I told you that we were doing a lucky dip of designer fat quarters, 10 of them, long quarters, designer long quarters, 10. So that's 5 half metres, 2.5 metres of fabric. Each one of those long quarters of designer fabric, so Moda, Lisa Chandler, like everything is in there, bits of Kaffe, all sorts in there, but it is a lucky dip. And we've picked the smaller the smaller prints, which are perfect for these. So smaller prints, Lucky Dip. It would be fair to say £2.50 a long quarter, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or bar a penny.
Maisons.
Yeah.
Maisons.
We have got some incredible deals today. And also, for one of these ways of doing the cord tidies, cable tidies, I don't know why I'm pincing like some sort of crazy crab.
Just letting you get on with it. You'll have been up since the Cracker Sparrows. So
3 o'clock this morning.
yeah, see?
Lots of caffeine has been had.
Yeah.
Who can tell? No one can notice a thing, let me tell you. Even Mabel's gone back to sleep.
Mabel's like, bye. Bye, Mom. Bye, you're exhausting now,
I'm just
Mom.
going to leave you to it. Right, we've got the dark grey, which is on my desk here, this one. And then we've got silver, we've got aqua, we've got red, and we've got black of the PU. Now, if you've used our sewable PU before, maybe you used it in some of these, you will know that it is fabulous. You'll know that. You'll just know that. So it is normally, what, £7.99 a half metre? Because it's wide as well, isn't it? No, today it is.
Only today.
Only so we can't afford to do this more than just today.
No.
£3.99 a half metre. It's half price. Half price. Half blinking price, Gemma.
It's a little bit insane. And I made you repeat it several times.
I know. But I wanted to, you know. So not only have you got reduced scrap bags, you've got reduced Liberty Lucky Dip bags, you've got long quarter Lucky Dip bags of smaller prints so that you can do all of these makes really inexpensively. 10 long quarters for £24.99. That's £2.50 effectively a long quarter of designer fabrics. There's no plains or anything to pad it out, by the way. It's none of that.
None of
Jazz.
that. All
No.
designer.
All designer. What else? That half price. Anything else?
You've thrown yourself with your own deals now.
No.
Don't know which way up you are, do you?
I don't know. But I'm going to start with the cable tidies two ways. Because. So what happened was, you know, I normally use a cam snap, a hemline cam snap.
You do.
Well, with the move down to Cornwall, I obviously found other stuff that I own. Turns out I've got a great big box of prim ones. Who knew? Happy days. And in there, I was like, well, I must have used these at some point. Completely forgot I had them. Completely forgot.
They are the cutest in all the world.
I know.
I'm a little bit disappointed with you forgot you owned them.
I know. Now,
It's a little bit rude.
if you want, because these are pretty much the same size, if you want a starter pack, we've got the hemline starter packs, because we don't stock this, but the only reason I've got this out is because what I did then go on and buy, because I said, Gemma, these are just too cute, we need to have them, are the little ones with the stars in. Now, as you can see, I haven't gone into my red, white and blue ones.
No.
And this is what they will look like when they come to you.
Yes.
Like that.
Gorgeous is what they'll look like.
Yeah. And I did check my hemline pliers and they work with them, by the way, because I knew that would be a question. So I did that. But we also have for you the cam ones. We've got the hemline and we've also got
They're pliers.
the prim ones too.
They're lovely. They're kind of rubbery handled.
Yeah.
Nice.
But they work with those, obviously. Now, the ones that I did those with in 3 different colours. Ow!
You alright?
Yeah. Are in that sort of colourway with all your turquoises and light blues and royals and stuff. They're rather gorgeous. But then if you want the pinks and the hearts, the pinks, the reds and the hearts, here they are. Pink, red, and white with little hearts. Emily was going crazy for these. Are they for me, Mummy? No! Are you sure it's not for me? I'm positive.
Not
But
today,
look.
child. Not today.
They are really cute.
Step back and no.
Not yet. They're not for you yet.
Bless her. I love her optimism.
Now, you see what I did to show like a right side up is put a star one side and then just plain on the other. But you can mix up all your colours. And in the middle of all of these, if I just show you, God, they really do. I used the star fabric. We had this on special offer last week.
Did.
It might still be in long quarter form.
Yeah. I might have to make sure it is. Might have to do a little shenanigate with that.
Because I might have, well, that's the fabric. That's the mode of fabric that I made all my hairbands out of. And then I lined, yeah, just the stars, because that's generic, isn't it, and universal.
Mm-hmm.
SJ loves a star as well, doesn't she? She's back.
She really does.
She's back from India.
And
When we did the Smarts,
young and fabulous around
she
here.
is young and
around
fabulous.
these here parts.
When we did the Smarts, she only wanted the star ones,
Yeah.
didn't she?
Yeah, because we went to her for reference of what would young and fabulous people want.
Because we are fabulous. Fabulous. We're just not so young anymore.
A little more vintage.
Vintage
Yeah.
and fabulous. That's
Yeah.
us. Yes. Right. What did I just say we were going to do? Right. Let's do these cable tidies, shall we? I feel I've talked enough.
Really?
Well, I mean, you know, a bit. Right. What have I got? What fabric have I got kicking about? Let's do a Liberty one. Here we go. I did just grab my scraps out my scrap bags when I came up here. Now, we've got these in packs of 10. I found these to be the perfect size for like your earphones, just, you know, your little earphones, and just the shorter ones, the shorter cables. These are absolutely perfect, and they're really robust as well. That's what I really like about them.
Robust is good.
Robust is
Especially when you are speedy crafters and when you've got smalls around as well, and animals and everything else. We like
do
things
have
to be
smalls.
robust.
Yes,
When
we
you're
do.
going to chuck stuff in your bag and go off as well, things need to be robust.
They do. They absolutely do. Now, I'm just going to take a little cut around 2 of these. When you see these, you'll be like, that's ridiculously easy, Natasha. Yeah, well, you know,
We aim to please.
you could have done it too. So we've done these in packs of 10 for you.
We have.
And they are really easy. So if you've never worked with the hexiforms before, they're like a bit of interfacing basically. So all we've done is cut one a bit bigger. And you don't have to beat, you can see they're a bit wibbly wobbly, doesn't matter. Put a little bit on there as if you were. Just make sure that you're nice and tight on that corner. On that line rather, excuse me sniffing. I was in and out of hot and cold yesterday and it's just...
Well,
sucked
yeah,
my
now
nose
you're in
off.
here with the lovely heater on.
I know. Oh yeah, in and out of hot and cold here as well, isn't it? I didn't tell Jane and Inga that we had a heater in here.
No,
I
probably
did
best
give Izzy
not.
my hoodie. I went, there you go,
I
love.
don't think shivering goes down too well on camera, you see.
No.
And shaky hands through the cold. It's not the thing, is it?
No.
No, our need was greater this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I've been waking up with numb hands. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Not from being
Oh.
cold.
No,
I don't think that's ideal, is it?
no, not really.
I have to talk to someone about that.
Hmm.
There we go. So, down there, like so. Yeah, I was trying to hand stitch and I'm like, can't actually feel my fingers. That's annoying.
Well, that's not a thing, is it?
So then, just put a little bit of glue around these edges. Do. And glue one to t'other. Like so. If you have got a fabulous pattern, this is a little ditzy, that's what I mean. It's perfect. Little Liberty pattern, beautiful. And then we're just going to top stitch all the way around. Now, we're going to put a snap in on these corners. So you might want to start and stop where we're going to cover up anyway. Just in case your machine does that thing of, you know, bobbling a bit. Not bobbling, but you know what I mean. and just top stitch round. The closer to the edge you can get, the better. I go about 1/8 of an inch.
Karen's saying she's resisting putting her heating on, but she's trying to make jewellery with very cold hands, and it's not ideal.
No.
You need to warm those hands, Karen.
You see, my grandma always used to say cold hands, warm heart.
Yeah,
But she was
my
also
family.
used to have the heating on. So I think it was just the fact that my grandma always had cold hands.
My mum has freezing cold hands, always.
There we go. So that is all the sewing for one of these. It's all right, isn't it, Jem? That didn't take too long. You can batch make these. I've managed to catch my thread all the way along the back. Fabulous. Well done, me. Just trim that off. There we go. That's easily gotten rid of. Dee-dee-dee. So trim, trim, trim. Do you know what the easiest thing to do with these is?
What's that?
Get them all lined up and then just not chain stitch. What do I want to say? We just keep going.
Chain piecing.
Chain piecing, yeah, thank you. So then, on that, I can't remember which way did I start. Oh, there we go, start and stop. So that will be, fold it on where you started and stopped. Started and stopped. You're going to want your pokey tool or your tailor's awl. Did you love the really decorative ones I bought in?
They were beautiful and they flew out. They definitely loved those. They're
good.
gone.
Because I bought some more.
Gone. Oh, good.
They're on their way. They should be here in 2 weeks from now.
Nice.
I've got a different colour as well with them.
I love that Susie's OCDing all over the place, saying that, with the making of the coordinated scrunchies to the outfit.
Well, do you know what?
Love a bit of coordinated OCD dressing.
It's not just that, but I was thinking, because look, I've got a couple of these ready to go, and I just thought, wouldn't it be nice to have little coordinated gifts?
Nice.
That and
we
that.
have to wear like a Christmas make when we go into Craft Club in December, always. And last year mine was the Trimmets felt brooch. This year I've made myself an infinity scarf, but I might have to make a coordinated scrunchie now.
Well, do you know what? There is that. And the other thing is, what you could do, did you get the gift tags at stupid?
Yes.
Was it like 99p for a lot?
$1.99 because we put boxes in and 2 packs of tags.
So these would fit in the boxes. And if you then put a little tag around it to say what it is, because I could just imagine someone getting this and not actually knowing what it was.
Yes.
Which would be a little bit awkward. Gemma, I kept one of those pretty ones for myself. Can I find it?
Oh dear.
I've done that thing of putting it somewhere really safe.
Probably Cornwall.
Probably. So then you want to come in not even half an inch. And then push through all those layers. Please be careful. If you want to just go through one first, then do that. And then go through the next. Or go through one and then use that to mark where you're then going to go through. You see, this awl is actually a lovely gift. And it's got an awl one end and an unpick at the other. And I loves it.
Quietly
you know who you are that gave me that. What?
I'm quietly smugging over here.
What are you smugging at?
Well, because I made both of my girls your velvet line tablet case. One actually wasn't velvet line because Gemma, is a bit funny with velvet. She didn't like the feel of it. Which, incidentally, shouldn't put anyone off buying the instructions because I just did it with normal fabric and it's absolutely fine. But I've got leftover skiddly bits of fabric from making the velvet line tablet case.
Oh, would be fabulous.
These cable tidies
would go.
Make those Christmas stockings, and then they'll match their tablet cases.
Smug. Well, this is the thing,
nice
isn't it?
Nice to do together, make a tablet case and make the.
And then you could also do one of our eco tablet stands.
Yeah.
All in the same.
Yep, they've got those already. See, and then it's what a great gift. You've got all the components together.
It's all there. So I'm going to shove the outside one on the outside. Now, before you go popping your awl in, what I would say is just check. I mean, I've made a few of these, so I know exactly where I need to put them. But just check that you are off the end of it. Just poking that through. I would rather take a little bit of time on this. Rather than do a hole that was too big. because then things rip out. I bought quite an expensive pair of trousers before I moved to Cornwall that are waterproof, meant to be waterproof. And their popper has already come off.
Oh no!
It's come through because they made the hole too big.
That's ridiculous. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not okay.
Whoop. No, I'm going to have to push that one through a little bit more. Now, but of course I've already pushed that through. Dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I don't know whether you saw Anne Atwood's comment about making great slides, topping with the PU, cutting shapes and hot gluing them to hair slides.
Oh, amazing.
Now, this is something that we will be on board with.
What am I doing? I'm doing it the wrong way around, that's why. Well done, me.
Good old hair slide.
Oh, that's a really good idea, yeah.
Fabulous shape cut out.
Very good. Very good, very good. We like that. Yeah, so it's going to really, really help if you actually... Ah, there it goes, yeah.
While you're twiddling, Vic says, vintage or matured like a fine cheese or wine.
Oh, well,
I'm
either.
not sure as I want to be matured.
I don't think that we'll ever be mature, will we?
No. No, definitely not mature. But matured makes me sound a bit mouldy.
Yeah, not sure.
Like cheese.
Do you like a bit of cheese, though?
Yeah, you do, until you go somewhere like Cheddar Gorge and go into the caves where they've got the cave-aged cheese and the smell.
Oh,
Mouldiness. It's not nice. I still eat cheese, but
I love cheese.
I'm not big on the old extra vintage stuff.
Well, plus I gave you some that made you quite ill.
Oh yeah, I can't have blue cheese.
Well,
But
now
made that
you tell me.
beautiful soup,
Yeah, I did.
which I didn't know got blue cheese in it.
Made you quite unwell.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Rona's
So
with us.
then-
Good morning, Rona.
Huh?
Rona's with us.
There we go. Whoop. That. You've got your little heart there. Plain one on there, but I could have done a heart one there. Little heart on there, or you could spin it around like I did on this one. There we go. So that's with the jobby thingies. Hexiforms, as they're otherwise known. Now. No.
Love a hexagon.
We do love a hexiform.
Sylv has resisted putting the heating on, has got a blanket across her legs and a big jumper on, and if she gets too cold she has a coffee and then she has to throw the blanket off. So temperature up, temperature down, temperature up situation.
It's a tricky situation, isn't it?
It is. We love a lap blanket though.
We do love a lap blanket.
Very
right.
good.
Do you know what? I've got a little bit of liberty lying around everywhere. Now.
Oh, Julia's excited about the awl coming back. She was too late for it last week.
Oh, yes.
Fastest fingers first and all that. But
It was a bit
Natasha's done her
fastest
best.
fingers first.
And we can't always replace things. So, if
No,
you see a deal, grab it.
It's gonna take a little while for it to come back in stock as well. Where are my other scissors? Have I done my... There we go, right underneath there. So for the next ones that we're going to do, we're going to use a bit of HH650. Now I'm very aware that not everybody wants to use hexiforms, or I mean they're £2 for 10, which will make you 5. So pennies a make, right? But what I would suggest then, for anyone that does not wish to do that, is using some HH650. Again, you might have scraps. You might have some scraps, but your PU, of course, is not going to fray. So that's a great option.
Natasha, you're using HH650 a lot at the moment.
I love it.
It is fabulous, and not everyone will have had a play with this stuff.
Right, so HH650 is double-sided fusible fleece. It's like H640, but a little bit thinner and fusible on both sides. I think that's what the H stands for. In my head, that's what the H stands for, is double fusible, because it's HH. So for me, that's how I remember it, as being on both sides.
Yeah.
Now, you can use it to bond onto the glitter PU, but what I'm going to say is go from your fabric side. Apply steam. Obviously my steam iron doesn't want to steam anymore because it's just being tricky. So if you also have a very expensive steam iron that doesn't play anymore because you've used it way too much, And then the cheat to that is to just get some of your flatter and spray that on. And when that warms up, where is my flatter? Oh, it's here. Phew. And then you have it in between. Now, as soon as my fabric, have you got your Liberty thingies yet? As soon as my fabric is adhered to that HH650, it's not going to fray. That's the other thing, right? So if you want hard wearing on the outside, go with your glitter PU on the outside and then do yourself a fabric on the inside. That's how I would do it if it were me. And you know, it's my pattern, so it was me. That one. That old chestnut. Oh, it really helps if I plug the iron in.
I find they work better when they're plugged in.
Always. Bear with.
Safety
We'll come away from that.
We do
Now,
unplug these things.
in the pattern, you have got templates for the 3 sizes on the fold. Just fold in half and cut. But what I would say is, you could always just draw around and then sew on the line and then cut out if you want to. You can do it that way. Because I have and love my Fiskars circle cutter, I mostly use this because it just does it. Do I have any heat yet, Jem? We'll see.
Let's hope so. Got stuff to do.
Hopefully soon. I do have stuff to do. Oh, it's getting there. Getting there. But yeah, so just... I mean, this is still warming up, which is why I'm applying heat for so long. But just, you can dip in and dip out with your PU. Just do not go from the PU side. All right? Promise me?
Promise.
Thank you, Gemma. Promise, promise, promise. There we go. There we are. Right. Now we are live 3 days this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. With a pay it forward on Friday.
Yes.
Which possibly won't be live.
We're not sure yet.
We're not sure. We're just working out logistics.
There is an issue, which is fine. We will try and resolve.
But we are working out said issue.
We'll do our best. We always do our best.
We do.
Like girl guides.
Dib, dib, dib. Dob, dob, dob.
All that.
All that. Were you a girl
gin.
guide?
I was. I was a brownie and a guide, yeah.
Oof.
I was in the guiding movement for a while.
Wow.
My friend's a brown owl.
Wow. There's dedication to the cause.
I know.
So you see, that is now adhered. I'm just going to trim that back so we can all see what we're doing. And just apply a little more heat. Okay, so, excuse me sniffing.
Snivelly snivel. Is there anything we can do for your snivelly snivelness?
I don't know, because I used to keep a toilet roll in here. And then I had to tidy up the other day and went, what's this still doing in here? And promptly got rid of it. I'm going to make the middle size one, by the way.
Shall I go and get my square tissue box?
Oh, do you know what? I've got a new tissue box idea.
Ooh, have you?
Yeah. I've got the prototype to show you.
Excellent.
I'm quite excited about it, having said nobody needs tissue box covers.
Yeah, you were like, really? Is anyone going to buy that, Gemma?
Turns out
they did.
Yeah, you know. So now I'm going to stitch all the way round.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, that's just it. So this is for a different size one.
Excellent.
Yeah.
These are from Ryman.
Ah, thank you,
Oh,
Jane.
we need to do one for that size as well. That's a travel box, isn't it?
Oh, hang on,
Oh,
Jane.
hecky
Thanks.
thump.
I get looked after.
We try.
I know, I'm just a little... Oh. What are you doing, machine? It's not very happy. What? Well, that's annoying, isn't it? Every now and then throws its little toys out of the pram. Oh, maybe
Just
I
every
didn't
now
put
and
the little bobbin in there in the right way. Would help.
Oh dear, was that one of those workman blaming tools situations?
Yeah, of course. Let's see if it wants to play more happily this time, shall we? There we go. I'm not really worried about that because I'm going to trim that edge off anyway. So around the curve you go. If you've got a Fiskars circle trimmer, happy days.
Oh,
You can
mine.
whip these out in a matter of moments.
I love my circle cutter.
It's something that I bet you rallied against and thought, I do not need.
Yeah, and
And then you got it and went,
Eds and
ha!
we're at a show. This is pre-working for you. We were at a show, my mum and I, and we saw someone do a demo, and my mum was like, "Oh, you've got to have one of them." And
Now.
she said those immortal words that she says every now and again, which is, "Once you've
You've
got
got
you've
it. Yeah, it's true.
So true.
And I use mine a lot. I am just going to take off the edge. Now, if I'd have gone a little bit further in, I could take off a little bit more. But just with your pinkings, just take off a little bit. And then that's going to stop anything from fraying anyway. The PU ain't going to fray. And the Liberty shouldn't, I've got on the other side, because it's adhered to my HH650. But I like these to look a little bit like ravioli.
Food again.
I know. So I have in fact called them cable ravioli. Yeah. Because they do. They now look like a bit of ravioli, don't they? Especially because, you see, look, you've got your beautiful Liberty on the inside. What a treat when you open that up. So then you fold. It is like the folded pasta, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gemma, would you go glitter on the outside or glitter on the inside? I mean, you could glitter both sides, to be fair, but you'd have to press it with a pressing mat.
What, with the Teflon mat?
Yeah.
I would go glitter on the outside.
I think so. It's going to be more robust, I think. So, in which case, find your centre. The good old-fashioned way, you know, by folding it into quarters. Again, we are ooh, now then. What one should we do now? What colour? Oh, I get really excited.
Kid at Christmas, you.
Huh?
You were like a kid at Christmas.
I know, but I've got all the colours in all the world.
I saw him the other day, you know, the big man.
The big man himself, did
I got
you?
a photo with him, yep, at the Christmas fair.
Oh, good job.
And I saw him again. I took our dogs. I put them in their Christmas jumpers and I put them in their car seat. And I
your
drove them
dogs.
to go and watch the Christmas lights switched on so they could see Father Christmas. I think everyone thought I was quite mad. But they were
Really?
dead excited.
The dogs were dead excited.
Dead excited to see the big man. They were.
Did they know? Do they know, obviously, who he is?
Well, I've got a video of me saying to Susie we're going to go and see Father Christmas, and she is talking to me. She is so excited.
I'm just rummaging for me
If you're as
thingies.
bonkers with your fur children as I am with mine, please do comment. Don't leave me here on my own. Like a raving nutter.
Do you know what? You were very right about giving Mabel a name that sort of meant what it is.
Yes.
Because Mabel means much loved. And everywhere that she goes, she's indeed much loved. I had some chips in Port Isaac this weekend. I know how to live. Cheesy chips in Port Isaac with a pint. Yes, please. And I have to say, everywhere she goes, people stop to talk to her.
This is so true. She has been your source of many new friendships.
Yes.
Your opener.
So again, we
yeah.
are just going to pop these on.
Beautiful.
I'm going to try and remember how to actually use my implements.
Yeah, well, always good.
Pop that in there. Give it a good squeeze.
You have many viewers from many places today.
Oh, hi, many viewers from many places.
Cynthia says, greetings from Southwest Ohio.
Oh, hi.
Ohio. And Deborah says, hello from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, good morning. Afternoon, evening.
And
just hi. Hi.
Nicole says, good afternoon from Perth, Western Australia.
Wow, hello.
And Lorraine doesn't tell us where she is, but she says Emily could keep her skipping rope in one of these holders.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Very, very, very good idea.
Apart
we
from
like
that,
that idea.
in our household, it's actually me that has a skipping rope, not the
Well,
kids.
Natasha can keep her skipping rope in one of these.
There we go. Bye-bye. Isn't that sweet? And then you open it up. Open it up.
Look at the sparkle
I
on
know.
the PU.
These are quite aggressive, these cats. Like, they are staying shut. But I do like...
Effective's the word you're looking for.
Effective, I know. It's what you want. You don't want one that's going to ping open, do you? I rather love that. And then you open it up and you've got that little bit of class inside.
Sylv's seems to be like playing some elaborate game of heating chicken with her neighbours because she says every now and again it gets quite warm in their place and she thinks it's when their downstairs neighbour puts the heating on. So she's there holding out, hoping that they will get cold first, switch the heating on, and then the heat rises.
Do you know what? I'm not going to lie.
Into her place upstairs. Good, eh?
I do also love it when our neighbour underneath starts popping on her heating.
Yes, good, eh?
Yeah, I do really want her to feel the cold. Is that wrong?
No, you don't want them to feel the cold, but, please put the heating on. Cheers. Keep
cold
warm.
enough to feel, to put that on.
Absolutely. Karen's thinking she may need some glitter PU. She's thinking
Oh,
she could
because
make
it's half price.
wings for her Doc Martens.
Now, talking of wings, watch this space. Because sparkling wings, 'tis the season and all that. We've got all that going on. I just need more time.
Yes.
It's still my shout, isn't it? I'm just finishing off these ones.
That's
actually.
all right. We've got quite a lot of excitement going on because advent calendars are arriving. Which is
Oh,
very
yes.
good. They are all out, gone, left
They
the
are all out
building
and gone.
last week. Sylv also loves blue cheese but is quite allergic to cheese mould. Whoops. Tracy missed the start. Been busy cleaning the sewing machine. Tracy, I need to have a scout around and email you back. Sylv saying that sparkly PU is so pretty.
It's very pretty. It's super pretty.
Julia's had to stash her advent calendar away because it arrived on Saturday and the temptation was too much.
Just
She's
done it
hidden it
again.
out of sight.
Oh no, pop it out of sight, out of sight, out of sight. I've done it again. I'm not concentrating today because I've got a bit of a sniffle. Bit of a sniffle, ain't I?
Oh, you have.
I have.
Sylv's chuckling to herself about you forgetting to plug the iron in. She says her kettle boils faster if she actually switches it on.
Oh, that one too. Yeah, that's going to help. Oh, there you go, see?
And
That
Becky's
helps.
thanking you. She says, I love the glitter PU. I've been using it for the tops of Christmas stockings
Ooh.
for children in our children's homes.
Oh, nice.
I've ordered some more today. Thank you for the discount. You're amazing.
Do you know what? If it helps, you're welcome. Very welcome. I'm going to do a red one on this. And then we'll get on and make something else, shall we?
Yep, Auntie Lizzie arrived about 5 minutes ago.
Hi, Auntie Lizzie. We're doing what we're doing. She been
John Cole Morgan's with us.
morning that he's with us tomorrow, isn't he?
Yes,
I want
he
to say
is.
he is. There was a nasty pause there from you, Gemini. You've
Yeah,
now
he
got
is.
me
He's due to be.
slightly
If he's
panicked.
not, then he's going to have to tell us now. And I shall, I'm sure Natasha would knock something out, no problem.
Do you know what? I've got so many ideas
I
at the
know, you
moment. It
have.
really wouldn't be a problem.
It doesn't scare me as much these days when we have a schedule change. at the last
Do you know
minute.
what it used to be? Because I remember quite early on having a guest cancel because she couldn't get a babysitter. And it threw me for 2 weeks. Just put me behind on everything.
Yeah.
These days,
A bit more
we
organised
can
now.
come
It's
up
all
with
good.
something else. I'm just finishing these off because they're there. And, I've got stars. Oh, hang on. I forgot I've got stars in this one. I can open this one now, can't I, now that I've shown you what they look like? I just want the stars to go with everything else.
I am not the only one with my
With your
my little
dog-based
fur
craziness.
children being spoilt rotten since my teenagers got so big they weren't bothered anymore. And it's
Oh, they
Oh.
won't pander to your
They don't need
eccentricities.
all my nonsense anymore, do they? Karen says, you're not alone, Gemma. Bentley Boo, the golden one, is my fur baby.
golden
He's wrapped
one.
up in a fleece blanket, snoring his head off as we speak.
Yeah, but that's because he is golden, and when he gets muddy, he has to return to golden.
Oh, Lovely Low is suggesting
Morning,
that
Lo!
you might be making a warmer for a particular part of the anatomy on a mouse.
Its tail.
No, quite close to the tail.
How are you, Lo?
Nice
We've
choice of
missed
wording
you.
there to not get thrown immediately into Facebook jail. Bravo. Talking of balls, Tash had a ball kit last week.
I did have a ball kit.
Lovely hexiform ball kit.
Where did that go? Did I take it
it's
home
a
with
different
me?
use for said hexiforms that we're using today, which
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah. Ah. There it goes. Right.
John will be here, but he's saying you've got to keep your cold to yourself.
Oh no, I will. I'm going to go and sit on my chair.
Yeah, we'll throw her out. She can sit in the car park, John. I'll be in here with you instead. How about we do that?
Probably warmer in the car park right now.
Yeah, true.
To be
True
fair.
at the moment.
Yeah.
True.
True that.
Oh, Donna's late. She says, I had to drop Son off at work and the roads were horrendous with lots of rain-related emojis.
Do you know what? Yeah.
There's a lot of rain about
Really,
at the
there
moment.
has been a lot of rain. There we go. Bye-bye. I like the black and the gold and the red. Ooh, right. So that is one make down today.
Oh, Lisa's saying she hasn't got her advent calendar yet, but she's very excited now. Just to be clear on this, they were sent out in more than one tranche. I couldn't send 150 to the post
you
office
imagine?
all in one go. Because they wouldn't fit
Inga
in
would
his
have been
car.
very upset at having
We
to carry
did
them all
get
in.
90 in her car. I thought that was pretty good going, but we couldn't take 150 in one go.
Now, I just want to show
might have been
you
in the second tranche. But they
very,
will be
very
with you.
quickly, right? If you do decide to not do any PU on these, you can get away with... Oh, come on! Just going to keep pressing the button. There we go. You can get away with it if you've used the HH650. You can.
Nice.
And actually, if you've got spare bits of half meat heavens left over, perfect. Perfect. But it just, yeah, I've done white on one side and that on there. They do go together. There we go. I cut my nails.
Amazing.
And that's it. Can't open anything now. Right. Right.
So, a couple of things.
Go on.
Margaret's had a knock on the door. Advent calendar.
Yay!
Very exciting. We have John also asking, what is the gorgeous mini behind you? Is that Jane Alcock's new block of the month? So
Right.
pretty.
So, yes. So, this is Jane's block of the month. Now, we sold out. We are restocking.
It did.
And because it was the hexiforms, wasn't it, that we were short on?
Yes.
So they are on their way today. They should be with us tomorrow. So that, yeah, you can either do them as little flippity things, or you can make it as part of a large quilt. There it is there. Now, we will restock those so that I think we've continued selling them, but just on a delayed dispatch. Would that be correct, Gemma Lala?
Yes. I've put them back up now.
Good. So that is that one. Tomorrow as well, we start our sample sale. Gemma doesn't know this yet.
I love it when you do these things to me.
No, I've just got a small batch of little things that we can just test the water with. So, Lo, if you want all of Jane's quilts that she's made you, we're just going to start with a few little bits here and there. Perfect for gifting. And my question was, do I need to finish off all the samples, or do any of you want part-made samples?
Yeah, we've got some part mades.
We've got some
that are
part-mades.
featured on shows.
Because that would be quicker if I don't have to finish them all off. Just saying. But we'd send it with everything that you needed, obviously, to finish it off. That is...
John says he's going to need a sneak peek of the sample sale.
Oh,
Get here
well.
early enough, John. You've got to get here early enough for that.
Yeah.
And Karen has ordered her glitter PU,
Yay!
ready to decorate her DMs. Thank you very much.
There we go. Perfect. Now. Let's have a little look at this. So, 2 different sizes. All in. So you would get, if you did the kids size out of a long quarter, because remember we've got the long quarters, 10 long designer quarters for $24.99. I mean, that is ridiculous. 2.5 meters of fabric, designer fabric for $24.99. That is
Pretty good going.
£2.50 a long quarter. You'd expect to be paying at least 4. So the sizes are there. let's start with, what should we go for first? Should we go for your very, very basic, easy, easy, easy? Shall we? I'm going to have to do these in a different colour.
Now, haven't you?
No, well, only because I've just looked at the colour thread that I've got in my that there sewing machine and gone, oh, that's not going to work. So I'm just going to do 3 Liberty hair scrunchies. Is that wrong?
No.
I don't think so, is it?
No.
These were left over from Emily's quilt. Emily's applique quilt. Now, if you were me, what would you have done? Ah, good.
If you were me, where would you have put?
Where would you have done that then? So let's see how many I can make out of this, shall we? Now you can make these out of velvet. I mean, we've got velvet as well. Let's not be sniffy about these things. Ooh, might just manage it, Gemma.
Velvet's really popular, actually. My girls have got velvet scrunchies, and they are, well, 19 and just coming up 18.
I think that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, let's pop that to one side, and we'll do the first 2 in Liberty. Hurrah! So. Let's have a look. Let's give this a quick press now that the iron is on. Tis on, tis on, tis on. Oh, look, there's my sewing stuff there. Right, should we go basic and really easy to start off with?
Yes.
Right,
Why
okay,
not?
so right sides together. If you want to pin, then you can. Okay. You might only need to like pin in 3 places. Ow! So I don't like pins. Do you know what, actually, these applique ones, these little ones, work brilliantly for this.
Oh,
and for the next one that I'm going to do, they really are fabulous. Right, and we're going to stitch all the way along, 1/4 inch, all the way down, okay? Okay. I think we might do a few salesy things tomorrow as well, Gemma.
Oh,
Different
nice.
salesy things, but just for the day.
Good-o.
Yeah. Now, if you are happy to turn that through, turn it through. However, it's a right old faff to turn these things through when they don't, if you don't have a turning through tool. I have a turning through tool, so I'm just going to, on one end, sew down that end, okay? Now, if you do not have a prim turning tool in your life, you need one. It's as simple as that. You just need one, and we have just restocked on them. Where's my blue one? Oh, I use these all the time. Otherwise, you can just painfully sit there and turn these through, but then suddenly a quick make becomes less quick. Whereas actually, if you just do that, it's turned through, and that is your quickest way to do it. And so you can line these all up. Easy, easy peasy. And then just give that. And then, all I do then is just snip off that edge. Easy, right? Easy. Give a quick press if you want. And what you're going to want to do with this one, because this is your quick easy one, right? This is your, I've got a million of these to make for the school fair tomorrow and make it look like I've worked really hard job. There are going to be a couple of things that you are going to need, right? First things first, let's turn one end under. Doesn't matter how much by, just enough. I'd say probably like 1/2 inch, at least 1/4 inch, if not more. Okay. and press it. Give it a good old press.
Sylv's had to be disturbed as well because her doorbell went and it was the postman with her advent calendar.
Yay!
There you go.
Now, I am greedy, so I use my elastic on the roll. If you have cut it to a length, I'd cut to about 6 inches. You can always trim it back. But if I keep it on the roll, or if you've bought like a couple of meters, just take from one end, because you're then going to use your bodkin. So bodkin and turning through tools are where you want to go with this.
Yes, they are your friend.
Oh, the other thing is, if you are making the hexiform thingies, by the way, we are really low on Soline glue pens and Soline refills, because even Soline have run out.
They've none.
They have none.
So January is our hopeful date for restocking.
But that's a long time to wait.
In the interim, we have bought a different glue basting pen, which we like. It's not coloured, which is the main difference we can see, and it's wider. But we like it. It's good. Okay. So that is there too if you are absolutely desperate for some glue. It's a good choice.
This is for you to choose now how scrunchy you want your scrunchie to be. Okay, so I'm going to go slightly less scrunchy because I know that Emily has a head of hair. And I'm just going to release my bodkin, and now I'm going to cut that off there. And if you've got your little pins, then great. You can throw them all over the place. Now you want to zigzag stitch these because you don't want the elastic ripping in any way, shape or form. But yeah, these little pins have been worth their weight in gold. Loves them. But yeah, so you're going to go back and forth with a little zigzag stitch on there quite a lot.
Strength is key. Strength is key.
Well, it is, isn't it?
Back, forth, back, forth. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that's your elastic sewn in. Now, you've got one end with raw edges and one end which you sewed under, right? Just shimmy that end around a little bit and then stuff the raw edge into that end there, and stuff it in enough that you're going to manage to sew over it. Then pull your scrunchie out like that, and you're just going to sew a straight line down there. Do make sure that you actually change your stitch off a zigzag.
Auntie Lizzie says she's making one out of velvet with our sparklies on, a little gift for her carer.
Oh, lovely.
Beautiful.
There we go. And that is it done. I'll just check that you've actually caught it the other side. I went a bit too close. But again, snip your threads, but once you scrunchie that up, you're not really going to see it. So that is your quickest and easiest of ways, right? It's not obvious, is it, where that is? But you've got yourself a Liberty hair bubble. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Easy,
and to buy
easy
a
peasy.
Liberty hair scrunchie
I know, right?
would be silly money.
Silly money.
Just saying.
Silly money.
Really silly money.
Now, if you want to use hair bubbles that you already have, because you don't want to pay 99p for a metre, fair enough. We're not judgy, are we, Jim?
No. That's not us.
We are not Judgy McJudgerson.
Nope. It's not what we're about.
Then fold over by about 1/4 of an inch. I mean, if you want to get like your little measuring tool out and go, oh, is that 1/4 of an inch? Then do. I love these gauges. They're really useful. Right.
Oh, I've seen someone buying themselves some colonial bits and bobs to go with
Oh,
their
well, you see, they
hexaform.
are
Yes,
really
yes,
useful
yes.
too. If you are hand doing anything, then yeah, colonial is where it's at. Again, I used to think, gosh, that's a bit expensive, but actually it's lasted and lasted and lasted. It's one of those things, like you say, when you've got it, you've got it.
Yeah.
I'm still using the same magic cube that I used when I made Emily a complete, when I was pregnant with Emily. So she's, what, 4 now. I made her a complete EPP blanket.
Nice. I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember it because we were looking at the back of it and saying how the back of it was so beautiful. I love the back of some EPP.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is a bit daft, isn't it? But
No, but
there's
it
something
is.
quite beautiful about it.
It isn't, it isn't. So then, we've pressed about 1/4 of an inch down both sides, and then you're going to go right sides together, and you are going to stitch those 2 sides, the short sides, together. Okay. I can hear that pesky dog.
I was about to say, she is not happy with somebody or something. I wonder if the...
Or if she's out and playing.
Oh,
That's her, I'm playing and I want to play with the cat voice. Or everyone's ignoring her.
she's probably being ignored.
What?
I know. I just wondered whether the plumber had turned up and she was having a word with him, as you know.
No, because
unfamiliar.
everyone is her friend and she doesn't know about...
Well, not if she's stuck in there and he's not saying hello to her.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
that'd be quite
excuse
rude.
me, come and say hello. Come and see
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
That might be it.
Right, you want to turn this round the right way. No, you don't. You want to keep it round the wrong way. Sorry. Getting a bit ahead of myself, Jem.
You? Get ahead of yourself. Never. Surely not.
And then, yeah, pop that in the middle. Looks a bit of a mess, right? And it doesn't look like it is ever going
I would
to
not
spread.
be so rude as to suggest such things.
Really?
No. Me? Why'd I be so rude? Never. Well, there's a lot of glitter PU going out the door. Crikey bobs. It is a little. I think people know a good deal when they see
I
one.
can only do it today, guys. I can only do it today. Right, so you are going to pick up and put wrong sides together. So you've effectively already done your seam. So we're just going to pin, and again, that's where these little pins really come into their own.
They do. We will be having more stock of these. I have got them on order, but again, they have to be imported, and I am waiting until our supplier has them back because they are wonderful.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? When you do see them, do grab them because
They take a long while to come back. I didn't get some because I thought, no, I shall let the customers have these ones, and then when they come back, I shall get some. And I am waiting. There's a song there. In fact, there's a few waiting related songs. I might have to throw those on the stereo later. Oh, there's a few Infinity Scarf fabric kits going out as well. I can see some of you are now having a little peep at your Friday deals. I have, don't tell. Oh, apparently you've lost your mic, Tash. So John says.
Not this end.
How peculiar. I shall have a look. Natasha, you're awfully quiet. Well, we can't have that, can we? Do you know those batteries were really high when we came to air as well? How strange. Don't mind me, everyone. I have batteries. Have batteries will retrieve her. There we go. Tash, can you speak and see if everyone can hear you?
Oh, I'm back.
Hopefully.
I'm just
Thanks,
continuing to pin. People don't normally complain when I'm quiet. It's not normally a thing that's a problem.
Sylv said, has Tash reached her word quotient for today? Is she not
Yep.
allowed any more words?
No.
Crikey, if that was a thing. We both reach our quotient by breakfast time, I feel. Oh, dear.
I'm just merrily pinning. It's not like me to... I quite enjoy pinning these. There's something quite satisfying about them. There we go. Because all of a sudden you can see how that is going to look.
Oh, they're like, say it all again now.
Oh, so...
Not the whole show, Tash. Just
the whole
start from
show.
the beginning, yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
right.
No, I'm joking. Can you imagine?
Gosh.
Christ
So then
box.
you're going to, with a a thread that is similar, or if you want to do a contrast, fine, and sew round the top, 1/4 inch, all the way round. Around we go. But really, in the scheme of things, how quick is this one?
Gorgeous. No, we were saying about the magic pins. We
Oh, the
will
magic
have
pins
those
are ace.
back when they are back, the applique version. But it really is a case of if you see the pins that you want, get them while you can.
Now, what I would say is just allow this to sew straight. Just keep sewing straight.
Kerry says good morning from a gloomy Cumbria.
Morning. Hang on,
Yolanda
somebody else
says-
said they had sun in Cumbria.
Oh, there you go. Different parts, I suppose. Yolanda says hello from across the pond in the US.
Hello.
I know.
We don't get many Yolandas in
We
in this
don't.
country. I worked with one,
Great
and
name.
that was the first Yolanda I'd ever met. She was lovely.
I
So you
did-
know when you have like a
Yeah.
positive association with a name.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
I had a chain letter. Do you remember when you used to do those? And you get postcards from all across the world from a chain letter when you were a kid. Did you ever do this?
No.
Oh, so you had a list of people. You had to send a postcard to 6 people that were, whatever number on the list, and then you had to. Basically, you all ended up getting a load of postcards from people all over the world.
Oh wow.
And one of the people that sent me one was called Yolanda. I still remember. I do.
Do you know, that's a nice thing, because normally now all they do is like be wary on Facebook as to how far your posts go.
No.
That sounds like a much nicer
Oh, it's amazing.
way of doing things.
Auntie Lizzie says the batteries sound like sweeties. Natasha has got some sweeties. She had some strawberry bonbon I spotted this
I
morning.
do love a bonbon.
But no, that was actual battery plastic.
We buy them in bulk. There you go. That's it. That's another Liberty one. Done.
Beautiful. Petra van der Moostik's recommending
Oh.
that we could add some sparkling rick-rack to the edge for something different.
You could do all of
And
that.
Sylvia's asking, am I quiet now, or did the volume get turned down when the phone rang again? Well, both of mine are on and they've both got power, so I should be good. But my mic pack is a little quieter than Natasha's anyway.
You can turn yours up.
Yeah, I think so. I've just pressed it a few times. We'll do that.
There you go.
We're still working out how to use this. new one.
Liberty
It's super fun.
scrunchies. I rather like these.
They are fabulous, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah.
could do all manner of things. Like you say, any favourite fabrics. But a bit of velvet. Yeah. A bit of black velvet would be particularly nice. Wouldn't it?
Only because you'd want to sing, the song.
Yeah. Or blue velvet. Sing that song as well.
Wah, wah, wah.
As we know, Meg's quite partial to some forest green, and we've got some fabulous velvet.
Right, I've
In
got
that
one more
colour.
to make, haven't I?
You have.
Right, as we were.
Oh, look. We love these starry fabrics. They're so beautiful.
Do you know what? And they're lovely and soft as well.
Ruby Star, you see.
Yeah. So again, wrong sides together. Do you know what? This sounds awful, doesn't it? But out of all of these, this is the one that I just really wouldn't bother doing. It's a bit faffy. But I've included it
What, the
this way.
professional one?
Yeah. Because the others, I think, look great.
I think, yeah.
I don't see a problem with that. That one has got the hairband already in the middle of it, like that one.
Mm-hmm.
They're fabulous. And do you know what? Emily's hair didn't rip or knot. The number of times that she gets upset when I brush her hair because it's been knotted around a hairband. Whereas with that one,
Yeah.
she'd been to the and it wasn't even like she'd had just a day at home just playing. She'd been on the beach all day playing.
Oh, and so there should be a tangly
She'd been on a
situation going on.
boat. So if that's not enough to tangle
No,
your hair,
correct.
her hair was A, all still up, which
Brilliant.
never happens. And B, while she was sleeping, I was able to just slip it out of her hair and I didn't wake her up.
Mm-hmm.
Winner!
Brilliant.
Right, we are going to stitch from an inch, the holding stitch from an inch all the way up to the top and down. Now, if you are happy to turn this through by hand, then just stitch from an inch in both ends.
Yes.
I can't be bothered to do that.
I've just noticed one of our very clever viewers has gone and found herself the cotton velvet and added a 1/2 metre of everything to her basket. So
Well done.
I'm making sure that those are also a bit more prominent in the collection so you can all find them. Because, like I say, velvet scrunchies are the thing at the moment.
They are the thing, and I used to have them as a kid. I used to love them.
Yeah, and they are.
And just
lovely
have
in
them
the hair.
around your wrist.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? A lot of
And
a
if
lot
you
of young
want them
people walk around with them
more
around their wrist.
voluminous, just make a longer length or a wider width. Like, it's up to you. This is just a serving suggestion. These were done for the cottons that we have, but if you're working with velvet, I'd probably do it about 4 inches wide. And maybe add a few inches on, but the lengths and everything are in the instructions. Now again, turning through tool, get it in your life.
I love our midnight navy velvet. Actually.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't
It
it?
is gorge.
And it is turned through. I feel like I do a magic trick when I do that. It is very good. Now this time we're going to snip off that end, but we are then going to get our unpicker and just unpick a few stitches to kind of match that inch, that end, that we didn't, here it is, that we didn't sew. This is what I mean, this one's a bit more faffy. You get all three, so you can decide how faffy you want to be.
Some people like a bit of faffy.
Some people like a bit of faff.
All right, they do. They like that extra twiddle and the
Just to make it look,
finishing.
yeah.
They do. Some people do like that, Natasha. I know
And
you like to get it out there and get it done.
Bish bash bosh.
Yeah, bish bash tash. But some people, they like a little...
Okay, all right, Jim. Okay, so I've
finesse.
just undone. All right. What was not finessey about my other ones, eh?
I know. The thing is, they are so good for a quick option, and that's the thing, isn't it?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, if the other options weren't any good,
No.
I'd be like, meh, you know, you compromise, you save a bit of time. But, there we go. So then you want to get your elastic and again your bodkin. So my shopping list would be turning through tool and bodkin. And you're going to love me for having a turning through tool because you'll use it on so many different things. And a bodkin, love it. So again, through we go. La 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 la. And again, I keep it on the roll so that it doesn't go zhuzhing off. But then you need to decide just how scrunchy you want your scrunch. And then again, if you've got these little pins, well, it's like I've got a little elf.
I just thought, you've made your gift and then you need to put it in some lovely wrapping.
Or even if you just put a little tag on to say what something is, because not everyone's going to know what a cable tidy is. Like my mum and dad wouldn't. Be careful that you snip the correct end of your elastic, and then again zigzag across there.
But if you were making these for sale for a well, for your own craft fair or for a school fair as well, you could say bundle 3 scrunchies together and put one of the tags around 3 and put Liberty scrunchies.
Or you could just put one in
Ruby
there.
Staff and Moda scrunchies. Oh yeah, what a nice table gift. See, we do table gifts. I don't know whether you do, but we do little table gifts, which it's just a nice way to separate out a tiny gift that you've given to the family. So I do stockings, but sometimes there's something tiny that's perhaps worth a bit more that's a bit too schmancy to go in a stocking. And
Well, it's just going to get a little bit lost. Yeah, so case in point, we've got at the moment, well, over the weekend there was a lovely like handmade craft fair in our village, and there was a beautiful silversmith, really beautiful.
Yes.
And Emily has a charm bracelet, and Emily wanted ring. You know, she's 4 and she likes sparkle, and she wanted all the jewellery in all the world. Now she's 4. Let's be realistic. But she does have a charm bracelet, which important people in her life have bought charms for. So I've bought her, because she's got lots of elephants in her bedroom, a tiny elephant charm.
Oh,
and you see, that would be something that would go in one of those. Now, again, you might want to move that sewn bit around. And then what you want to do is go right sides to right sides. And so you will end up sort of pulling that bit out. But right side to right side, and just, if you want to pin, then do. Even if you just pin the first little bit, just to get you going. Because you want to make sure that you are only stitching through 2 layers.
Yes.
You're not going to be stitching through all 4. So even if you just pin the first bit just to get you going, then that's absolutely fine. Obviously, I have managed to pin it the wrong way round to how I'm going to put it under my sewing machine. Well done me. And around we jolly well go.
There's a lot of love going on for turning through tools. They are
Yes.
another one of those things that Eds would put in the once you've got it category.
Yeah.
And you do kick yourself sometimes thinking, why on earth did I struggle? It's like the bodkin. Why did I struggle with a safety pin that comes undone and stabs me in the finger for all that time when I could have been using a bodkin?
It's those little things. And I mean, you know, I'm as frugal as the next person. But actually, the amount of use that I have had
Yes.
out of my turning through tool, and the amount of time that it has saved me with makes. I'm going to get my pokey tool
It's
out.
all about the right tools for the job, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And sometimes frugaling doesn't actually save you anything, because if it takes you longer and you're getting less done, then...
Yeah, if your productivity, especially if
Sure.
you are making to sell.
Well, and even if you're making to gift, if you can't work as quickly, so you end up having to buy gifts for people because you ran out of time,
Yeah, that's true.
then it's cost you that way as well. Tracy's asking, what about scrunchies for boys? Would that be a thing? My nephew is 6 and has really long hair. I think it depends on the boy. Absolutely. If it's long hair, you can scrunchie it. Perhaps ask parents whether that is a thing. But there's some fabulous boy fabrics.
Oh, there are. There really are.
Fabulous fabrics you could use.
I've just taken this off and I'm just repositioning. Because like I say, this bit is just a little bit fiddly.
Sure.
And you just want to make sure that you are going right sides together. So don't be afraid to do that.
Have a little skedaddle.
Little skiddly-addle.
Susie's suggesting if you were going to make them with velvet, you could use a metallic thread and do some fancy stitches and embroider designs on the velvet before you make the scrunchie. We have some lovely metallic Gutermann as well at the moment that was used in last week's block.
And then you just pull it shut like that, and then you can just hand stitch. And this is what I mean, you've got a hand stitch finish on there. So pull that seam under, and then you just hand stitch, slip stitch that shut. But then you won't see any thread from the outside. But to be honest, with the other ones, it doesn't look that much different because it scrunches. It's what a scrunchie is meant to do. So you would just slip stitch down there. Done. But to be honest, I would do the other ones. But
options.
That's just me.
Good to have options.
And my camera's just
give
me
me
no
frozen.
options.
Do you need me to drive? I have got a way of overriding you.
No, it's all right.
You're
I'm
good?
there. I am there. No, I'm not.
Sue
Come
uses
on.
her turning tools all the time. It's one of the best purchases made a few years ago.
It's just, they just are brilliant. just are brilliant.
For sure. Auntie Lizzie says men are wearing top knots now. True.
Well, yeah.
If the hair is long enough, scrunchie it. Yes.
Yeah, because actually, do you know what? Men and their hair care routines.
Yeah, I know, right?
Crikey bobs.
Claire says that she does the quick option of the scrunchie as hers are a free gift. So
Well, that's just it,
why
isn't
not?
it?
And
Yeah.
it produces a great result.
That as long as you use a coordinating thread,
Sure.
then I think you're good to go. Because otherwise you've got a
Absolutely.
hand stitch. Crikey.
Wendy says, I love scrunchies. I wear one every day and I like to be able to coordinate colours.
That's the thing, isn't it?
We're getting
Like today, my blue, in with my blue.
more reports of the advent calendars arriving.
Yay!
Karen says, we do table gifts. It keeps everyone quiet while I dish the food up. This is true. And when my children were little, I remember looking at it and thinking, well, I'll separate some of the gifts out into a stocking because that's quite nice. Wake up with the stocking on the end of the bed. And that keeps them quiet in bed for a little while. It means that, you know, you get probably 10 minutes longer in your bed before they wake you
What?
up.
No, mine are not allowed to open them without me being there.
Oh, no, they're allowed to
I
open
want
the
to see their
stocking.
faces.
Stockings they were allowed to open.
No.
So they were like the small things,
No.
sweets and things like that.
No, want to see their
Socks and
faces.
stuff. And then there'd be Christmas gifts in the
Yeah.
lounge. But then if I had a specific small thing, I wanted them to, and even now, that I want them to appreciate that's separate, it's another opportunity
It
at the
goes
table
in.
to open a gift. But yeah, then I did start pulling things like the pyjamas and the DVD and some hot chocolate and putting it in a box for Christmas Eve so that they could have that Christmas
So
Eve
Christmas
night.
Eve, yeah, they always
Yeah.
get pyjamas or something
Yes.
to do, or a new
Yeah.
game or something Christmas Eve,
It's a
and that's
really
just
good way to get them to have a bath or a shower because open your Christmas bag when you've had your bath or shower and then your new pyjamas are in there.
yeah.
It's just great. But it's nice to separate it out because otherwise...
It just makes it last longer.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just carnage.
Well, I've got two, as you know. So I've got my daughter and my stepdaughter. Daughter used to take all the time in the world to open each gift, and then she'd thank you, and then she'd show every single person in the room what it
Got
was.
to take forever.
And then she'd record a video for the person that wasn't there to say thank you
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
And then she'd pick the next one up.
Yeah.
So it'd take her forever to open all her gifts. Gemma, stepdaughter,
Yeah.
Ripfest, 3 minutes, everything's open. She doesn't even know what she's opened. I just, Gemma, what was that you just threw to one side? Clothes? What clothes? Clothes. Was it a top? Was it trousers? Was it a dress?
Dunno,
was it,
just clothes.
Dunno, clothes. Right, have a look at what you've got.
Yeah, and just take a
So-
moment to be grateful and really appreciate it. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
separating
true.
it out just made that real difference. And yeah.
I think, yeah, I'm with you. I think it's nice. So. Little gifts to either, well, make for fairs or whatever. That's not going to cost you the earth. Grab yourself a scrap bag. They're reduced. They're 12. They should be $12.99. Then are $9.99 today. Grab yourself some glitter PU for sparkly everything. That is half price today only. Grab yourself a turning through tool. Grab yourself some of the Soline glue pen refills. Grab yourself a bodkin. If you want the cam ones,
Snaps,
they're
yeah.
great. If you want the ones with the little stars, they're new today. Grab yourself your pliers. Jane has done this. This is going to be her cushion. Well, I mean, a small
She's
version of
scaled
it.
it up
She's
for
scaled
you.
it up.
She's a sweetheart.
Do you know what? That's going to make a lovely floor cushion.
It's going to be beautiful. She's like, oh, I had to make a big one so that everyone could see it
Yeah.
bigger because it doesn't carry well over the camera. In other words, girls, you tried to give me an easy week and I've made it
I've just
more
yeah.
complicated
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's it.
So that is what Jane is doing on Wednesday. Tomorrow we've got that there, John Cole Morgan. We've got a few samples to just dip our toe into the sample sale world. And a few other special offers and bits and bobs that are different from today. So as these ones run out, we will supply with new ones tomorrow. Do grab yourself tags and all of these. They are at such a low price.
Oh,
They're just very, very
I've just
worthwhile
had
grabbing.
bucket load of comments appear all in one go, so it's made my screen jump.
Oh, okay.
But I saw Debbie
Is
saying
everyone
that she was
okay?
making all the things in all the world.
Yay!
And Lewis and Irene, wild animals, fabrics, cup
Oh,
of tea, and
they're
then Natasha
lovely.
makes mug were mentioned, but I can't find that now because it's jumped.
Oh.
Lisa Chandler's here.
Morning,
if you
Lisa.
don't have anyone with
Afternoon.
long hair, can I give one on the neck of a bottle of gin to make it look pretty? Yes,
Yes,
you
of course you can.
Lisa.
Lisa, also, you can ask, because your son has a mullet, a mulet. Would he wear one?
Yes.
Would young
There's a
handsome
lot of
Steve
men
wear
with
one?
with a man bun.
Man
top
bun.
knot.
Oh, man buns.
Another thing we
Yeah.
use scrunchies for, and
Go
I know
on.
this is a bit random for many, but vintage caravan wise, if you haven't got tie backs or place to mount a hook for a tie back.
Oh,
You just
scrunchies.
pop that round your caravan curtains, and they look brilliant. I've done this with a few where people have said, "Oh, my curtains just hang." I'm like, no, scrunchies. Pop them
Scrunchies
on,
done.
and it looks really cute.
Those look pretty on your wrist.
And
Anything
yes,
else before we go?
Anne Atwood says tea time, presents from the tree. That's such a nice idea. Keeps it going.
Yeah.
I think Lo wanted to do a little mention of when her last orders are and a small plug. Are we going to allow that?
Oh,
Just a
yeah, no,
small
of course.
plug.
So
Go on,
Lo
Lo.
makes the most beautiful, beautiful
does.
silver jewel. Well, case in point, actually, Lo, the silver jeweller was admiring, from the weekend, the ring that you made me. This, and do you know what? Lo gets this sent away to be etched with actual inches on. That's I've got it in a bracelet as
Wonderful.
well. Bangle, which is just gorgeous, and they do
So
make the most
beautiful.
fabulous gifts. I gifted it to myself.
Yeah, to me, from me, with
To me,
love.
from me, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, do support
place to
Lo as well.
start.
She supports us all the time, so happy to support Lo as well. What can I say? And I know that she also puts a portion of that to charity as well, which she doesn't really like me saying, but she does, because she's good like that.
Well, it's the truth.
It is the truth.
And at Christmas we have to tell the truth,
Well, we do.
because otherwise Father Christmas doesn't bring our gifts. She says 5th of December is the closing date.
5th of December.
That's
Righty-ho.
not long now, you know.
That isn't long.
It's 2 weeks today, I think.
Crikey.
Yeah, something like that.
Bobs. All right, get those orders in. Right, everybody, we will see you here tomorrow with that there, John Cole Morgan.
We will.
All things being equal.
Finishing
and
his summer quilt.
finishing the summer quilt.
Summer
yes.
quilts finishing in November.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
About
Ready
time.
for next
Come on,
summer.
Crack on, yes.
You'll get it done for next summer.
Yes.
That's it. So we will see you here 10 o'clock tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.